Escape from Camp 14 Notes, Chapter 18 Analysis. Now, in Chapter 8, Sin is taken into a room and given his school clothes, where he is asked to dress in his school clothes. The time of year is like near November, as said in the book, and he had just celebrated, or not celebrated, known it was his 14th birthday, and he was taken into the first interrogation room that he was in once he was arrested, and he sees his father kneeling on the floor. His father had been brought into the prison around the same time Shin was brought, and he realized that his dad's leg had been broken, and with the way the North Korean prison camps work, you are based, or you are, how do you call it? You're, depending on how you are, like how your body function is, you are placed in, like, for example, if you're, nothing's wrong with you, if you're perfect, you go with the skilled labor camps. But if you have, for example, like his father, have a broken leg, he now goes to the unskilled laborer, which means it's worse conditions. The rations of food is lower, and it's just overall not a great place to be. And Sin, even though he doesn't have a great relationship with his father, realizes that his father is going to struggle, and he feels bad for him. The guards force Sin and his father to sign a non-disclose agreement. This I find kind of surprising, because if you're in this kind of condition, I don't think you would want to sign something like this, because you're giving full liability to the guards of the camp. So pretty much what this agreement it was talking about how they cannot talk about this matter, how Sin was jailed pretty much falsely, because he did tell a guard about how his mother and his brother were trying to escape, but that word didn't get to the higher authority, meaning he was tortured. So he does sign this non-disclosed agreement with his father, and if they ever speak of this, they will be shot, which is as a punishment. They are taken back to the main camp. And after this, they see, sadly, I wouldn't say sadly, because he didn't have a good connection with his brother or his mother. His mother Jang and his brother Hee-gyun are being hanged for execution. And the father begins to cry because he sees his wife about to die. Sin, he says within the book that he feels bad because he had pretty much snitched and told the guards about how his family was going to escape, meaning they were sentenced to death. And he lives with this regret for the rest of his life. And within the book, the use of imagery, and how at nights he would weep about how he wasn't enjoying, or how he didn't like how he pretty much sentenced his family, or his mom and brother, to death. Sin believes that his family, at first he didn't believe, but now he believes that his family deserved the punishment for plotting to leave the camp. And this sort of shows what North Korea's whole idea is. They put this propaganda in your head, meaning that you're superior, even though you were living in the worst possible conditions. And it clearly seen that during this Shin's time in the labor camps, this propaganda did get to him, and he pretty much, told the guards, and his parent and his brother and his mother were killed for this. That concludes chapter 8 analysis.